13-year-old Trey. Hey Trey, how are you? You have that bright look in your eye and you think the world will be yours. By this time, you're finishing up your first year at Veterans Park Elementary, a predominantly white school. Last year, you went to Stonewall Elementary, a school with a great mixture of all kinds of students and faculty. You're acting different. You're not yourself. You're not the same kid that you were last year. You were more carefree, very extrovert, and love meeting new people. Now you're more conservative, hide in the shadows, and always studying your surroundings. You can't really place why you're feeling this way, but you're certain that you do. Not just in obvious exterior looks, but you feel different than everyone else. Right now, the teachers would describe you as a bad student. They would say that you're very assertive and very loud. They would say that you are different, you have a lot of energy. They think you're much undisciplined. I write to you today to tell you that that's not true. You're not bad, you're just misunderstood. I'm currently finishing up an African American communication class, and it is very good. I study various dimensions of communication pertaining specifically to African Americans. When doing this, we have gone over many features that would help you through your tough times. The main feature that I would like to share with you today is identity, especially when it comes to double consciousness and social integration. Identity is described as an orienting self towards particular cultural frameworks, while defining, negotiating, and reconstructing aspects of the self via interaction of others. To simplify this for you, it's how you define yourself. Your view about yourself influences how you behave and how you perceive things. Yourself would be seen as an integrated, hierarchically organized set of self-attributes, or to put it into your 10-year-old kid-friendly terms, your character. Collier and Thomas believe that identity is established and reestablished, and interaction therefore has an emergent quality. Identity is situationally problematic, not static, and ascribed based on cause and effect group membership, and people are continually negotiating their identity. I believe you are really starting to feel yourself negotiating your own identity, not to yourself, but also to your new peers. At your old school, you were the coolest, most fun kid ever. You would crack jokes and act very silly. At your new school, when you do this, you're seen as a bad kid. Deep down, you question if you're a bad kid because you're torn. What had seemed to be accepted in one setting is looked down upon another. So which one are you? Are you a funny kid or are you bad? I'll tell you the answer. You're one funny little boy. You mean no harm to others. You just want to be accepted as well as you were at your old school, and did not know how to go about doing so. When you're trying to do is called code switching. It's when an individual is trying to achieve identity fit in given context. Within society, there are many competing forces which cause one to switch identities. In your case, it's the new environment with new people that have a totally different culture and set of values. African American culture and white culture are very different, especially when it comes to styles. Style is an attitude that individuals within culture express through their choice of cultural form and the way they go about doing so. This is a reason why people, including yourself, think you're a bad kid. The classroom is a context in which white standards alone usually determine what constitutes good performance, and consequently where accommodation of black performance styles has been absent or at best negligible. Black styles are more aggressive, more assertive, and more expressive than normalized white style. When speaking on the matter, others feel pressured in response to the white rule of shape up or ship out. This causes you to pull a ticket or sometimes sit in timeout. I just want to let you know that it's just a big misunderstanding of recognizing cultural differences. This needs to change in our school system. This system needs to gain flexibility of response to changing circumstances. Without a doubt, it would help schools be more effective when teaching students that would help them in the long run. Being one of the only African Americans at the school, you not only experience cultural difference, but you also experience stereotypes that you've never really experienced before. Some stereotypes include being a bad student, stealing property, and overall being a bad boy. Elliot Arnson argues that stereotypes of African Americans over time pose a violent threat to the self-esteem of African Americans and may lead to underachievement due to overcome the stereotype. This is another reason why you haven't been yourself lately. Your new peers, the ones you work so hard to get to like you, already have a negative preconceived notion about you. You have to work twice as hard to gain the respect and love you deserve. Never fear, young Trey. Life is never filled with easy tasks. There are always hardships along the way. Right now, you hit your first major rough patch in life. To let you in on a little secret, next year in 5th grade, you'll find a friend that'll be one of your best friends to this day. Just keep doing you and don't try to be something you're not.